I met Gaur Govinda Swami. I was in Melbourne. 75, one devotee come from India. His name is Sanjata. He was architect for Bhuvaneshwara. And then he come back to Australia and he narrated how he wanted to build a temple for Prabhupada in Bhuvaneshwara and one Goswami. Then I asked him, what's his name? He said, Gaur Govinda Swami. He was initiated 75 in Mayapur. And then after I left Melbourne, I went to Mayapur. In Mayapur, I met Gaur Govinda 77 in February. And then I asked the devotee, who is he? They say he's Gaur Govinda from Bhuvaneshwara. Then I went to Hari Sori, was secretary of Prabhupada. And I asked Prabhupada, should I stay in India? He said, yes. He said, any project? He said, yes, many projects, Bombay and Orissa. Then I asked, can I go to Gaur Govinda? I said, yes, go. Then I waited for about a few months. They sent me on Sankirtan in Calcutta. Then I ran away to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, they gave me a job to be president in Haryana, Hare Krishna land. Then I ran away from there, and Bhagavat come on Vrindavan, picked me up railway station and Mathura and took me to Bhuvaneshwara. When I came, that Sanjata died in hospital. He had paralyzed his body. And then I stayed with Gaur Govinda there, and was very quiet, did not speak English. And he would live in one room and Prabhupada another room, and I would live outside. And like that, and they sent me to go and make life members in Bank Street, big. All ministers live in one big road. And I make one minister every day, life member, secretary, and kirtans, and there was no temple, just that hut, magic hut, so hot, so hot. And some other I feel it. Then went to Mayapur after Prabhupada disappeared in second year, and then he became unconscious, and I look after him in a few months. And after, when he got better, I went to Vrindavan. One devotee, her sannyasi, took me possession, mistaken by truck. Then I went to Delhi to get my truck back. When I went to Delhi, I didn't go back to Reza, and then he wrote me a letter, Lagori, Bhagavat left America, I'm alone, please come back. And I did not listen. Then I went back to Australia, and then he came to Australia, different person, big, roaring, laughing. I could not believe how it happened. Completely everything different. Speak English, roaring, yelling. For 3-4 hours lecturing in English perfectly. For any Leela, Ramachandra Leela, Krishna Leela, Lord Chaitanya Leela, all Leela, different those great devotees spoke maybe half an hour. Even Narada Muni in Bhagavatam is only maybe 1 hour speaking. But Gaur Govinda speaking from all previous gurus, previous incarnation, no single person on earth was like him. I believe Lord Chaitanya entered in him. Gaura and Govinda entered in him for purpose to spread this all knowledge. Because all knowledge is in different books, but he spoke them personally, all of them. So now they are spoken, they are also devotee meet him. At least 2,000 devotee meet him in the world in 20 years. So it's big realization that there's not Krishna consciousness, just IBC. It's everything for everybody, for beginner, for middle devotee, for advanced devotee. Everybody can be, even those who are Uttamadhikari, they also can benefit because I believe it's Gaura speaks to him. Once he said, I don't know, it's Gaura is speaker. Gaura, Lord Chaitanya, using his body, using his tongue. And I said, what Narada? Yeah, you also come. What about this one? Yes. He called, like when on Kurukshetra, where Arjuna called the mantras, the arrows, they just come by mantra. The internal it's inconceivable how spiritual life is so so nice like that. So we are fortunate for Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya acted this. Because Lord Chaitanya wanted to give her that prema, not just IBC prema. And he was purpose in the sense, like Nikola Tesla. Tesla who invented this machine, all patent what work without like pump, everything, electricity, computer. When we have computer, he admitted, I am purpose in hands of God, and I make another purpose in my hand. No independent. Computer is not independent. Must person use it. He cannot do. He cannot. You must program him. So Gorgona is programmed by Lord Chaitanya, and he acted like this. He acted, beautiful acted. So loud, so clear, the Hindi, the Bengali, the English, the Kirtan, they all in one person. All other incarnation, they did 1 hour, they come on earth like Nrsingadeva and disappear. And then the Ramachandra was long, many thousand years. But he did not speak about this kind of higher leelas. He was limited, just one ashrama, a little boring. One ashrama, all the reverence, 2 leela, just servant and master. That's not, but this is special Guru Govinda. I believe he will stay till on the Kali Yuga, all to Kali Yuga. Like that, to deliver this prema. Prabhupada, he was too early to express the leelas, because we've been so crazy, this mundane person. So that now Govinda put that for the senior devotee to they believe it. We can reach it if we follow properly. If you follow properly sadhana, and they will reveal this. And listen to the Govinda tapes. Most important is tape, listen them. And I listen them for 20 years now. I some other no electricity, and as I sit down on my own and then I listen, they come in here all the time, his kirtans, his talks, computerized like that. But till you are not very advanced, you cannot, you must have a media. You must have his books, you must have his tape recorders, sound, till you are completely pure. Then they will stay in the head. Till you are not, you must have a books. Books are very important. And they are Vani. Vapu is his body, but Vani is most important. Vani can stay for thousands of years. Vani, now we have Narada Muni in books, but we did not have that time, nobody recorded Narada Muni when I was on earth to speak, but God has recorded. That's the advantage of Tesla. Even Prabhupada admitted so many things are now can be recorded, kept it in sound. And in photos important. Photo movement, when I was young, 57 in Split, Yugoslavia, was apprentice electricity. Shipyard, that's a school. And the first football on television, black and white, jumping. Oh, we kids watching on the supermarket, go to all night watching it. Just playing. First television, 57. Yugoslavia. And then come the color on, and we watch a cowboy film, shooting. Yeah. More is represented. You can see it, you can hear it, you can whoa. So now go and have films, you can see beautiful. That's Lord Chaitanya. More is now important than previous. Bhaktisiddhanta, we don't have any speeches, but yet a little film, they find it. Important sound is very important. Hearing chant, kirtans, absorption in Amita's kirtans, is tune, beautiful tune, beautiful. For 3-4 hours, just so like a hypnotize everybody in the temple, just like a statue, and those who've been more antagonists, they would not listen to him because they are, again, But still, some or other, everybody on earth was purified by his by His presence, even in the future. There's nothing is so much important as pure devotee. He walk, he talk, he joke, he shake you up. Twice he tell me, don't speculate, Laguri. I was asking questions sometimes, don't speculate. You are like Uddhava, you want to know everything. No, bhakti is everything. You just prema is everything. Give up the knowledge, give up the truth. But he had all, he had the knowledge, he had the bhakti, he had austerity, everything in his present. So now many persons affected, especially Indonesia. And those are people who are more advanced, just like that. But for others in the West, it's very difficult. They like opulence, they're not ready to surrender to this happiness of prema. They need still time. What he spoke, he distribute them freely. Shop in the temple, we give them free, but they're selling them for $30. I buy them. I buy every Vaishnava book because everybody has some extra information, extra honey to absorb yourself. Like that's very, very important. Like that, so we see now in the festival, like that. Even those are devotees who are just general, but still, when you absorb, you can talk to him, you can ask questions like that. And then it's important to be humble, to make you humble like that. It's very, very important. Supremely important that record it and speak about it and give people chance to widow Gaur Govinda spread it, and television and news like that. And people benefit. People benefit because this sometimes devotees become bored. Oh, it's just sadhana bhakti, just like that. But sadhana is important, but still, if you have something extra, you're more motivated to go to temple, more to because you feel other devotees, they achieve already perfection, can be done. If you don't have any example, just, sadhana bhakti, just this dragging, it's hard to keep a people on the track. They just give it up. Give it up because no present great personality who achieve Krishna prema, who have that great realization of Krishna pastimes like that. So it's good example. So Prabhupada and previous Acharya get us mercy to him like that. For present, many devotees in ISKCON now, just in Russia, are 1 million initiated devotees. Million, biggest thing. So now I ask Nimai Pandit, why you don't get somebody in Russian to translate it to the books or send the widows? Because people, they're great devotees there. They're very powerful Russian, they're very austere. When I was in Mayapur, I used to distribute those little books on the 78, 79, and 400 rupees. And one devotee from Russia, he bought them all, and he sent them Russian to copy them, and every few days he bring me for 1,000 rupees. He get the money from Russian, and he transfer them to rupees, and he give him a bunch of rupees. They like it, Gaur Govinda, they like it. I talked to that boy a little bit about Gaur Govinda, and then he also copied it on the tape recorder, sent to Russia. Then they called me, like, Guru, you come to Russia to speak? I said, no, dangerous to go to other place. I don't want to compete with a senior devotee because it's dangerous. Dangerous to stir it up. Already been little criticized in Australia, why doing such a things, like that, because it's always like this. Doesn't matter which kind of society is there, always somebody don't like things. Like don't want it to stir it up. Those devotees, all in ISKCON, they have their own gurus, their own priority services. I don't want to disturb them to neglect the present situation. So, because I don't want to take a risk to preach or to initiate on my own, because I ask God to win about this. The Guru is just your destiny is go back to God. I just wait on time. No initiate anybody. Just tell them a little bit and just go. Just go. Because I ask all this about, should I initiate, should I take a risk to suffer for the... No, just leave this place. I'm also going. He told me about last year when he was here, he told me, I will just go. Well, enough, good. And I tell one devotee, he was initiated here, and he was a little bit upset when I spoke this. I know he will, this week he will disappear. And he did it. And he come, I opened the key in the deity room, and he back hit me here, I fell on the ground. He was so upset because it's hard news, because I predicted he would die soon. And I don't see him anymore. You remember the devotee? He was doing Food for Life a little bit, farm, with now Social Security in that old house building. And it's hard because we young devotees, we become extremely fanatical. Oh, you say about my Guru this, and then it's hard to like that till we get a little stronger to be able to tolerate this little bit differences between. Because like for example, every person who is married, he likes his wife more than other women. That's just quite natural. And every person who been initiated by somebody, you think my Guru is all in all. That's his private. You cannot stop this. Always been. Even we who are initiated by Prabhupada or by other person on behalf of Prabhupada, we all try to feel that the Prabhupada is only Guru, like that, so that you cannot stop it like that. You cannot stop it. And the other new generation think now, oh, my Guru is this one, you experience here. That's nice. Let them do what they support them, encourage them. And if the Guru become a little out, or don't criticize him. Don't belittle thy disciple. No good. We should respect. Don't commit aparadha, because everybody is devotee. What is devotee? Even Lord Chaitanya, his mother tell Advaita Acharya is not Advaita, he is Dvaita. He took my one son, Vishwarupa, and now I want to take my second son. And Lord Chaitanya did not like that, and he don't want to give up Krishna Prema, because devotee cry, "But dear Lord, it was not for your mother, how you could become a devotee?" Yeah, that's true, but she offended Advaita Acharya, call him not Advaita, he said Advaita, duplicitous. And then to make arrangement, they went to Advaita Acharya, and he was unconscious, fell unconscious, and she grabbed his feet and got a dust on her head. And Lord Chaitanya was pleased, now you are free to get Krishna Prema. And one devotee from his school in Navadvip, Mayapur, he watched Lord Nityananda, how he preaching. He put a iron rod one hand, another put a golden earrings, put a like a circus man. He walk around screaming, yelling, and he thought, I will go to Mahaprabhu and tell him what's happening. He come before Lord Chaitanya in Puri and he said, my dear Lord, I just come from Navadvip, and Lord Nityananda, he took to be sannyas, but then he just carried some iron rods like a circus man. And Lord Chaitanya listened and listened, and he tell her, now I will narrate you a little story about once upon a time, Lord Brahma, some or other, by some kind of instruction, attached to his own daughter. And the Marichi, 6 sons, they become a laughter, sarcastically. Oh, Lord Brahma is so stupid, silly. And then for this offense, they become a fallen. And then in Krishna pastime, they born of of Vasudeva, Devaki, 6, and Kamsa kill them all for offense. They laughed at Lord Brahma. So he narrated the story. Now you go back to Mayapur, Navadvip, and tell Nityananda what I spoke. Then he went back in 2 weeks and gone before Nityananda. I tell my Lord, I went to Lord Chaitanya, I tell him my story. And Lord Chaitanya laughed, embraced him, and he was free from offense. Great personality, may they do something funny. Don't if you don't understand, don't criticize him. Even if we kill all the world, just be quiet, like that, because you can understand why they're acting like this. And that is what all Vaishnavas don't know why he does this. Better if you cannot glorify him, be quiet. Don't criticize, don't comment badly, don't make yourself unfit for devotion service like that. That's just beautiful. Narration, I read every day some book. Today I read 11 Canto. Hridananda, good commentator, and Gopiranadana, he make many like that. And Kushakratu, I talked to Gogovinda about Kushakratu. I don't read his, I don't know who is Kushakratu. I say, yeah, the Gopala Champu. Oh, he comment often, Gopala Champu. This is most elevated pastime. Banu Swami translator, or his devotee in Madras. They Brahmanas, they put nice in English 1,200 pages. Important, when Krishna Lila finished in Dwarka, he went back on Garuda to cross the river Yamuna and went to Nanda Maharaj. Yashoda got a peacock feather, got a flute. He did not carry to Mathura peacock feather, but there he seen a peacock feather in the church. Because Prabhupada did say yes, because he's Krishna, Lord Chaitanya is Krishna, he can have a peacock feather. And in Mathura, because he's Krishna, but because Prabhupada sometimes speak relative things, that Gorgona clearing this with newspaper. When the newspaper reporter asked Prabhupada, what's mean illicit sex? Oh, illicit sex mean without marriage. You must have a wife and then you can have sex. But that's also halfway. Halfway. Absolutely sex only for children. And who follow this? Absolutely. We all follow. Therefore we like Prabhupada because we like relative things. Relative consideration, not absolute. But we're going to cut this off. Therefore he had a very small number followers because he cut the books of what he spoke. No, relative, absolute. And that, but now is appearing to be contradictory. We're going to contradict Prabhupada. They detected this now because a long time they were watching video, watching Prabhupada's speeches. But Prabhupada had to use with newspaper relative talk. Otherwise they can stand with relative people, with kings and this. You flatter a little bit just to don't harass you like that. But Gorgona did not follow this. He was completely different preacher, absolute, just bang, bang. Therefore we need a bodies. We need a Prabhupada relative sometimes. It's absolute, but he had to flatter because of simple people around him. His disciple was completely crazy, completely from marijuana. Therefore he could not start it, Prabhupada could not start that movement if he did not act like this. So going to come after 20 years when people now can handle. That's also Krishna acting like that. And Krishna is in both persons, so he handled this like boatman. So if Gorgona was speaking that before Prabhupada started movement, he did it, but he did not work it. Gorgona did speak in school, but nobody listened. Understand? No reason, did not follow him. It was too come not be understood. That's the difference. Therefore, both persons are in hand of Krishna. So you cannot give up Prabhupada now to just be on Gaur Govinda platform. It will not work. You must have a both. Prabhupada and Gaura Govinda and also ISKCON who are not Prabhupada, not Gaura Govinda. You must to stay. It's no good to give up Prabhupada, to give up ISKCON, or to give up Gaura Govinda. You must have all, because all Krishna is put us to benefit all things. That's now I will be attacked by media when I say like this. They're thinking just Prabhupada, no Gaura Govinda, no ISKCON, just Prabhupada. Many on websites quarreling for this. No, just give up ISKCON, give up Gaura Govinda, give up Gaudiya Math, just Prabhupada. Whatever it is, just do it. And others say, no, give up ISKCON, give up Prabhupada, give up Gaura, just go to Gaudiya Math. But that's so wrong. In my experience, it's so wrong. No, even if you have a Gaudiya Math, you must have a Prabhupada, you must have a ISKCON, you must have a Gaura Govinda. All those things to you not be pushed by Maya. Otherwise, Maya is so, Kali is so expert. He makes this intricacy. No, you just now have you just show one guru, give all others up. It's Kali. Kali is so expert. He entered in the leaders. He entered in Parikshit, the biggest Vaishnava, just smash him. Because you're offering gold and he had a golden hat. Go gonna speak this. I said, where you got this from? He spoke about hours about this. When he put the helmet down, he wanted to go apologize to Brahmana. He put him snake on his butt. Then he put the helmet on. This rascal is so need to apologize. Then he put it down, and then he said, I'm a friend. Then he put it back. Go and speak this. No any devotee could realize what's going on. I asked him at least 100 questions. Lakuri, there's a question nobody asked before. And then he just answers them like this. I asked, why we don't glorify disappearance of Krishna? Why we have a feast of the Prabhupada disappearance, Bhaktisiddhanta, this guru, but not this incarnation, not. Then he answers, because previous Acharya did not do that, so we follow them. Not that. I said, because incarnation are superior than the guru. They are Vishnu Tattva. Yeah, they are Vishnu Tattva, but predecessor, they did not talk about when his disappearance to worship. Only when gurus disappear. That's, we follow like that. And then I say, well, we now say all is in the Shastra, all incarnations are in Shaksha, all gurus are in the Shastras. Where is the predictor? There will be Bhakti Saraswati, Acharya, there will be Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami. Where is any book? I never read. And there will be Gaura Govinda, there will be Laguri, and then he defeat me again. Then he said, yeah, it was spoken, but not in Bhagavatam, not Sukadeva Goswami spoke all other Puranas in different times. When Krishna disappeared and after Sukadeva spoke Bhagavatam, Sukadeva went to another assembly in India. He did not tell where. And he spoke Sukha Samhita, prediction in Kali Yuga. And the Vasistha appeared and all 7 rishis, sub-rishi is recorded in. And then there I asked Bhanu Swami, he went to monastery and he got me proof, Bhanu Swami. It's they spoke, now on website you can trace it. They spoke about Kali Yuga. And then Bhanu Swami asked this astrologer who had copies of those palm leaves they wrote. He had an computer. I said, Bhanu Swami said, is Prabhupada as Acharya, is any other guru? He asked this 85. I tell this to Gaura Govinda. And I says, no, Prabhupada is not replaced as Acharya for inter-society, but will be other gurus who will be assisting the preaching, initiation, but Prabhupada instruction and Mogolati, Guru Puja, Shistina would not change it. They will maintain this. But Prabhupada Acharya to 2070. Understand? And I tell this Guru Govinda, if it's predicted to be new Acharya, then of course maybe Guru Govinda take a position. But because I heard from Bhanuswami that it's not predicted in Kali Yuga by those 7 rishis, and God said yes. Yes. He did not disagree because like that. So, but still is not limitation of Krishna to empower somebody. Because Lord Chaitanya also was not mentioned in many shastras to be Krishna himself. Many Vaishnavas don't accept him, even today. Many. Only few of us. To be God. No, he's good devotee. He was just mystic yogi. He was mystic yogi. He can show miracle to be Vishnu. He's yogi. Lord Chaitanya is just mystic. He just bewildered few people. Just bewildered them. Anybody come before him, he just magic, and he show I'm the singer now, and they believe him like that. Because the great personality, they are not openly tell, otherwise demon would try to stop them. Assassinate. Bullet now. Bullet go everywhere. Bullet before, bullet. So they are hidden, even now in ISKCON, present in ISKCON. They are Uttamadhikari, but they are not generally named. They are not put on the television everywhere to be spit on. Krishna keep them around. And I asked this Bhagavan too, always are on earth, pure devotee, and always are in the future will be, because that Krishna pastime is going on. But most fortunate people can detect them and be benefited of it. But they benefit even if they don't know, like that, because they're present. Like a sun, or a fire. If you're close, you heat benefits. So therefore, it's especially important to Gorgona because he was openly shown. Still, many people do not accept him because they are not fortunate to directly benefit. They benefit, but not completely, because they have a doubt. Even Krishna on earth did not be everybody, because he's just killing everybody. Just run away from him. This blue warrior is so dangerous. He just slaughter everybody. Like that. Which kind of mercy is this? He's just harassing everybody. He's the other of us. Just fight every day. Slaughter, just kidnap a woman. Just if you protest, you just cut your head off. Walk off. It's difficult now. Europeans also think that's why they rejected India. Europeans, they were most of those Kshatriya from India, they ran away from Parashurama, they ran away from Krishna when fighting Krishna. They settled in Europe and Russia. Russian means rishis, place for rishis, for meditation, good for meditation. They ran from Himalaya in empty land woods to meditate. That's called rishi. Russian name is Rishi. And like that Prabhupada mentioned this, reading. So like that, some great devotees, they are not put to be harassed by the demons, they are protected. Like that, Sri Krishna's arrangement. But Gorgona was special. He was put in a mass of people in aeroplane and just everywhere to stir it up. We protected him, and he did his mission and woke up. More than Prabhupada. Prabhupada stayed 11 years. Gorgona more than 20 years of preaching. Bhaktisiddhanta about 10 years. He stopped preaching from 50, Bhaktisiddhanta. Put his picture and put his danda, did not go to other sannyasi to put him sannyasi. It was, well, I read all I know, the Vikaswami published all Bhaktisiddhanta harmonious selling paper like that. All those acharyas have a hard time to convince people. Because Mayavada come in to become Mayavadi, Buddhist for thousands of years, Buddhist. Nothingness, just nothing, there's nothing. You believe in something, but it's nothing to believe. Like that. So Gorgona is special. is special. No other devotee was preaching like him. Not that nectar. All other is different things. Christ was different things. But Gorgona is so tasteful, so kirtan nice, so beautiful, language clean, just that's Krishna acting. Krishna acting to glorify himself. Krishna enter in a person, and Gora, last avatara, is Gorgona Swami said there are three. Ramachandra is perfect. Krishna is most perfect, and his Leela is most perfect. And Gora is the most perfect. And his disciples and his preaching is most exalted. And in Govind's speeches, he covers all those. Ramachandra, on Ramachandra appearance, he speaks only about Ramachandra. In Nishingadeva, it's very beautiful for 3-4 hours, quoting Shastras. But we put roughly, today's Nishingadeva appearance, Namastingara Singaya, that's all. Because it's like that. And then today is Matsya Avatara. Then he speaks for 2-3 hours, Matsya. Convince anybody who listens. Therefore, that's Krishna mercy. And then he's like that. I asked him about this too. And they were just like, no, I am not doing this. Mahaprabhu is doing this. I'm just puppets. Like that. It's very difficult to believe this kind of preaching because he surrender. And then all those incarnation appear to him to speak about this. Like now, we have a mobile phone. If you are expert, you can get everybody to see him, to listen to him. Just I was in a temple when I changed japa. Everybody is absorbed in some connection. But if you are not pure, you will not connect devotees. You connect man and woman, a woman connect man, all nonsense. You watch all your japa nonsense. Only if you are pure, then you might be doing that. But even I don't. When I change japa, I don't bother anything else. I don't talk to any devotee. I don't make anything. I just change japa, walk about. I give a priority to japa. Then I give priority to deity. Then I give priority to books, hearing. Then, like that. I will not apply any devotion service before I don't finish my 16 rounds. Nothing. I don't. That's my priority. Govindra Maharaj's priority was Krishna Leelas, Mahaprabhu Leelas, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavata, could speak and japa, because in Siddha, he did chant 60 rounds every day. That's obligation, but not for the, because his perfection is like that. But I'm not in that stage. I give a priority to japa because that will keep me to don't go in Maya. Maya is so powerful, it's everywhere. It's inside and outside, everywhere. Prabhupada saw him that he is so powerful and pure to preach. And Prabhupada also planned that he have a little land to get him there out from ISKCON. He can be there, not attacked by the Nirupai people like that. It's a combination like that. Great personality, they know how to adjust things. Nobody knew him till he come to the West, the Book of Govindra Glory. I tried to speak, shut up, don't talk about this. Then he against himself, then they run away, they don't want to listen to him, there's no internet in the temple because scared we will take thy Maya, there will be no attachment to thy family members and thy nonsense. They don't want to come to class. No any president would be in the temple. No, even to say they don't want to, because attachment. Leave them alone. They all think if we are perfect, we don't need to listen to anything. But I always think I'm not. I need, even from karma, to learn things like that. And like that, so it's good. But many appreciate now more and more New Govardhan because it's good arrangement. Many people come here to encourage others, many speakers, many listeners, many good prasada, many good just exchanges, many matters you could speak to women, and quite good arrangements like that. But now some other devotees should be very flexible, to don't compete with the other devotee, to don't criticize, because that is a dangerous thing. And Prabhupada always should comment that we should be very humble in Govardhana, tolerate and cooperate. You don't like somebody, but some other, respect him and that. Speak nicely about him when you can. If you don't, then let the Krishna sort it out. It's not easy. It's not easy to practice. Somebody bang you in the face 2-3 times and say, thank you very much, give me one more. But till you don't do that, you cannot advance. It's not possible to advance. You must get through this because we are not elevated. And we will never be elevated if you don't get the blessings from those devotees who are elevated. Respect all and then benefit from all. If you respect everybody, you benefit from respect. But if you criticize one, you get in trouble. So give up the negativity. Guru said, see bad in yourself. He says this many times. See bad in yourself and see good in others. One devotee from France come in New Govardhan asked Prabhupada, now you speak Guru, Sadhu, Vaishnava, Sacharya, me. Now I am lost two gurus. One is Tirtharaj, one is Bhagavan. Now you want to worship you. But what can I think? Now in a few months, maybe happen 3 times. What's that? And the Guru said, there's no super soul who is managing your guru. Well, a guru did not go to bogus guru. Like that. You want a bogus guru, so Krishna give you. What's that? It's up to you. What you want? You want bogus guru, you get it 100 times. But your desire is pure. You want to get good spiritual master, pure devotee, so Krishna will not cheat you. You cheat yourself. You cheat yourself. Guru have 2 things. You have Banchana and Krupa. You have Kripa, mercy, and Banchana, cheating. But Prabhupada will not speak like this thrice for. He will hide the cheating. You push him. Guru have just mercy, no cheating. Because I tell both. He has a Krupa, mercy, and he can see you. All devotees are important. In Bhagavatam said like matches. Matches very small. Yeah. You can make big fire. You can burn all Australia just with one little spark. Mm-hmm. In little devotee, even Kanishadikari, he can do a lot of good things. He can get a boxes of books and go around shops and put them here, put them there. He never read them himself. But some devotees read them, connect to this guru, that guru, become initiated. I met yesterday one devotee in Sydney. I said, I could not remember that I ever see you before. How you become devotee? He taught a little bit like Guru. I'll tell you fun. 73 in the Center Point in Sydney, under big pushing. I met one devotee of Prabhupada, and he gave me back to God, and he asked me to give him 20 cents. And I looked at him, I got it, and I didn't know what to do, and I got him 20 cents, and he bowed down, he took me, if I give him $100. I said, who is that? That's you! I was really surprised. It was 40 years ago. Like that. He's married and he come for Celebrate Good Festival. Like that. So even small, I was just initiated that. So Krishna does. Krishna does. Krishna sometimes chastises devotee who is since like Prabhupada. Bereft him from everything, nothing, push him in America, in the worst country. Now you figure out. Now you show your ecstasy now in New York. When you have a heart attack, now you show your Leela. You know, the simple people. Proper acceptance, mercy, what? Mm-hmm. Like that. They have to surrender because Krishna is in behind it, screening us. So we've been merciful, Krishna is so kind. He sent us Prabhupada, He sent us temples, He make us connected to this devotee, that devotee. Everybody is important. His books, his disciple, and disciples' books, and all is important too. There should be 1 million devotees, not just million. Everybody should be devotee, all people. All people should be have some kind of. Once in Mayapur, I was asked one devotee, what he saw he went to Calcutta one day. He's American. What you saw unusual? I met one person, he never heard of a Krishna in Calcutta. I started talking to him about ISKCON, Prabhupada, and Hare Krishna Maharaj. What? I never heard. He's Indian. Never heard of a Krishna, word Krishna in Calcutta. We're thinking, oh, everybody's... No, many people still never heard. But then the person heard from him, like that. So it's good.
Even in Bhubaneswar, I found some people came to the temple, never heard of Krishna.
Yes. Many. Now another good thing about the Prime Minister of Delhi. Make a bigger Bhagavad Gita, 2 meters. You saw it? Yeah. 2 meters big, 800 kilo, 650 pages. It's a big thing, proper pushing. And he said his disciples and his devotion make India fame, glory of India everywhere. Books of India, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all the Puranas will be people now advertised by great personality like that. So it's all important. That. Thank you now that you be nicely present this, what I speak, and thanks all devotees who help it, mission of Prabhupada and Govinda. We're all serving each other. I'm that Govinda and everybody, his disciples, Samarada, to stay in a Krishna consciousness and prepare to go back to Godhead. Thank you very much. Tell others to be humble before everybody who is chanting Hare Krishna and tolerate even demons. If you are more tolerant, they'll be softened.
All the good
It's very unfortunate now. Neither I can stay, neither I can go. What can I do? My business figure, so... And sometimes I have to wait and do some service and...
Yes.
God, a devotee should be good devotees, all like that. Like that, so something is done.
Someday come to Bhubaneswar.
Yes.
Many ask of you. Yes.
Many devotees are asking about Prabhupada.
Because in the very beginning, nothing was there. He was there with me. He goes from 10 to 5, standing just on the secretariat building. And the smooth feet of the sun is there, standing, Hare Krishna continues. Just he was that, standing. Is he not coming? He's there.
Maybe Mayapur festival next year.
Yes, sir. And someday come.
Lakshmi and
Someday come. Yes.
So the time you'll be there.
Mayapur festival.
Maharaj is whole GBC meeting here. Giving darshan every day.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess people stop forgiving their money to the Guruji.
Anyhow, if there is a will, there is a way.
Struggle more.
Saying there is a will, there is a way.
Krishna will help him.
Yes, like that. It was very kind of you to visit us, Samarada.
Yes.
2 days.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sanctions I am coming.
You try to prove that Krishna will send you more.
Pray to Mahaprabhu. Pray to
Really
Mahaprabhu.
true, more.
All right.
Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna, Maharaj.
Thank you very much. Oh, Krishna. I want to buy books about Guru to Varnashram and come to you to think. That's nice.
All right. Yes, we are setting up offset printing press. Your book will
Then
print
I
that.
have to collect some money for paper.
All right.
Papers, write some paper to teach me how to do things.
Oh,
Hopefully some order. You improve walk in the sea. Yeah. Practice. Laguna, yeah, that's Laguna.
you should have one because you are lovely.
Just some rope in the end.
Arrivo!